that dog shit pick. What the fuck were we thinking? What the fuck were you thinking?
Hello there, everybody. Welcome to a special episode of the Jimnasium. As always, it is me, XFL Jim.
Can you smell what the XFL is cooking?
Joined, of course, by the man himself, Chase Sessoms, a.k.a. the Wolf of Oaklawn.
It's been a while since I've seen that one. That got me.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I think that's one of the only things I've set up two cameras for.
I actually might like the reverse angle a little bit better because you can tell you bounce a little bit, like your butt cheeks hit, and then you kind of bounce and slide off the edge, kind of.
Oh, yeah. That boy's wavy. That boy
was wavy.
Wavy.
That table didn't know what hit it, man. That table was donezo.
I was so happy. My grandma was just like, "Yeah, you could. I'm gonna toss it anyway." So,
Jump through it. Jump through it, Jimbo.
I did that at work one time when I worked at an event center. I was one of the event staff, and it's like, well, we're gonna get rid of this table. So I was like, okay, cool. Can I break this table? And it's like, sure. We're just gonna throw it in the dumpster anyway. And then my boss got mad at me because I hopped on a pile of chairs and I just elbow dropped through it.
Yeah, well, I mean, how else are you supposed to break tables?
Exactly.
Like, you're not going to kick the fucking thing.
No, I'm not going to just stand up on it and hop on it. I have to, like, smash through it.
You're not going to hit it with something like a rube. Like, what are you going to bring out, an axe? No, man, you elbow drop that table.
Dude, so we've got, we spent last weekend setting up a pool. So now, officially, it's not, we still have to clean it and shock it and do a whole bunch of stuff because apparently the water in my hometown is just disgusting. It took so we filled it. It got officially full yesterday, and it took maybe overnight for the filter to completely turn like dark yellow.
Ooh, that's rough.
Instantly. Instantly.
Yeah, man. I'll tell you what. Where I work, like that water's skunky. I don't know if it's our ice maker or what it is, but like, I don't know. I don't think it would turn anything yellow. I'd probably swim in it because it kind of tastes like hose water a little bit.
I mean, that's what this was, I guess.
Yeah, no, like a little hose water.
To be fair, there have been times though where I've like taken a shower and orange water starts to come out.
Yeah, that's the good shit right there.
Yeah, ruined one of our shower curtains one time because of the steam.
Really?
Yeah, because of the steam. We like let it run out, let the orange like run out, but it was hot water. So the steam like soaked into the shower curtains and just turned them like dark orange. They're supposed to be white.
That ain't right.
It's bad. It's bad.
That bad.
But now we have a pool, so there will be summer pool time content.
I'm excited about that because our all year round hot tub content is always electric.
That's a fact. I guess my parents still have the hot tub. This is like not hot tub weather though.
No, is it finally warmed up in Nebraska?
Yeah, it's like 87 today is what it got up to.
Oh wow, it's even warmer than it is here.
Yeah, it depends on the day. Like we're at the period right now where the mornings are perfect and the nights are perfect. But the entire day where I have to work outside sucks. So like from whatever in the morning till about I'd say 9-10 o'clock, it's in like the high 60s. And then right about 8-9 o'clock at night, it gets back to like the mid 70s to 60s.
So how prepared are your parents' neighbors for you to be just like straight up naked in that pool like all the time?
That's a good question. I don't know if we don't have a fence.
Yeah.
So it's tough. And the hot tub is fine. My parents don't have a fence. My dad gets naked in that. But he's an early riser, so the only time he uses the hot tub is first thing in the morning at like 4:30 in the morning.
And he can like turn off the lights too to like
Yeah,
the
so it's
deck
like
and
always dark
everything.
out when he's there.
Yeah,
Unless I just use the pool exclusively at night.
yeah, and choose to hang brain in the nighttime hours.
Yeah, because there's
I
no
mean,
light. I mean, I guess there's a street light maybe over there.
yeah, I
That's about,
mean,
that's about the only lighting
rip
we have.
you always rip tarp, but do you take off the Vis Queen? You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm that kind of guy.
Yeah, I think you are. I think you're like a float on top of the water and let it gently lap over your D and B's kind of guy.
Just kind of hang out there.
Just kind of like floating, just like a starfish, like a big, manly, hairy starfish. I'm not talking about buttholes.
No, we're not. But also, kind of.
Yeah. Did you know that my favorite word in the English language is butthole?
Is it?
I enjoy it. Like every time I hear it, I laugh a little bit. Every time.
I think mine's poop.
Poop.
People just talk
Poop.
because it's never like it's like I gotta go take a shit. It's like okay, well if you just say I gotta go poop.
I gotta poop.
I gotta poop.
Yeah. I reminisced today about the time in fourth grade when I was standing in line to play fourth square and some kid behind me kicked me directly in the butthole. And it was the worst
Right
I've ever
in the
in
butthole.
life. Right in the like tip of the shoe, square to the butthole.
I punched that kid right in the throat.
I was too busy grabbing at my butthole. And what I didn't understand at the time was my prostate.
Ooh, yeah. Ugh.
It stings. It stings.
Chase, I wanted to ask you if you've been able to peruse the new official, the government stuff declare like more declassified UFOs.
Ooh, no. So I kind of stepped out of that space for a while because I was getting a little too deep into it. What do we what?
So it's just like, you know how my thought process was because I didn't really look into it. My whole thing is when this government gets under fire, they're under fire right now for the high gas prices, everything going up, the war in Iran, everything just being shit. What do? Either release a new part of the Epstein files that don't matter or say something about UFOs that ends up not mattering. And I think that's what this is.
Okay. That tracks.
Yeah, it's basically Trump was just like, we have some very interesting documents, something about UFOs.
Okay. He keeps saying he's going to declassify all of it, and then it's like, oh, we can't classify all of it. Listen, man, I'm not convinced now that they're not interdimensional beings.
So here's one that apparently got, I don't know if you've seen this before, but here's one.
Is that from the moon?
Yeah, it's from Apollo 12 mission.
And what? Let me see the picture again. Is that a hand?
Don't know what this is.
Okay.
Could play into your interdimensional beings like thing. Right here too. Also the moon.
Dude, so I've heard a lot of talk that like there was a second like back channel on Apollo 11 whenever they went to the moon that anytime they saw something like that, they had to like click over and talk on that channel.
Ooh. Why don't they
Yeah.
want people to know about aliens?
It's because our religious belief structures and therefore most of society would collapse.
Oh, that's fair. Society would probably collapse if aliens were officially confirmed. Damn. What would you want the aliens to be?
Part of me kind of wants it to be like time travel / interdimensional beings.
I think it would be cool if it was just humans again.
From an apocalyptic future?
No, it's just like humans just from a different planet. Like it's just like a planet that has the same like livable conditions as Earth, and people just someone just happened to, maybe they're like a little bit shorter on average.
Yeah, they're a little bit shorter. I've heard interesting takes that gray aliens are actually AI. So they're coming from like way far away. They don't have to eat. They don't have to poop.
Oh, they're
like
robots, or are they just like computers, intelligence?
more. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to phrase it. But yeah, that's something I've heard before. I don't know. I kind of like the whole interdimensional being thing. Like maybe something coming from like the fourth plus dimension.
Oh, I would like that. I would like that.
Because I've heard before, there's a theory that um there's a fourth dimension and there's already like we're already interacting with it, we just can't see it, like we're not capable of seeing. So there are fourth dimensional beings that are like all around us, that they can see us but we can't see them.
I like that. I like this a lot. That's kind of like what was that one movie with the glasses? Was it They Live?
Maybe. But like if there are fourth dimensional beings that they're out there that can see us and like are seeing everything we do, first I would like to say I apologize, and second I would like to say it will happen again.
I don't apologize, and it will continuously happen on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I will never apologize for being wholly me.
That's true. That's true. Don't shut yourself off to life's pleasures.
I was seeing something UFL related. I think 3 teams could lock into a playoff scenario right now? Yeah. The UFL. So if DC, Orlando, or St. Louis, if any one of those 3 teams win, they're all locked into the playoffs.
All 3 of them?
Yeah, if any one of those 3 win, they're all locked in.
And then it's just a scrum for 4th place.
Yeah. So there's a lot of chaos scenarios right now. So DC plays Louisville in a potential bounce back spot at Louisville, though. But Louisville's also been dog shit at home.
Yeah, they haven't won at home yet. Orlando
plays Dallas after squeaking by last week. And Dallas got boned and also kind of threw that game away. So Orlando's in an interesting spot. DC, I don't know. DC played the worst game I've ever seen them play last week and lost pretty handily to Louisville, but also Louisville didn't play great the first half. And then St. Louis plays Houston, who Houston's had opportunities, but I feel like quarterback has let them down just from injuries alone.
Decker looked better.
He did. He looked good, but also Henderson was good when he was starting.
Yeah, but then they had to start Talia.
Yeah, I was going to say the only person that's been bad was Talia.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was mooey bad. He was very much bad.
Even in limited action this last week, John Rice Plumlee looked pretty good.
So here's my Louisville theory, Jim. Here's my Louisville theory. Jim.
Okay.
Jim. I think Louisville keeps getting boned by short weeks, and when you give them a full week rest, they're way better.
Let's see. Let's take that let's put this here. So they lost week 1, obviously. Close game. That was on a Friday. Then they get extended rest, play Saturday, lose to Orlando. But that's earlier on in the season. Louisville will still find themselves.
Early season.
From Saturday to Friday, short week, they lose again to the Storm. So there's a short week right there.
Mm-hmm.
From Friday to Thursday, squeak by Houston. Short week. Thursday to Sunday, extended. They killed Dallas. That's Dallas's first loss. They killed Dallas, 47-25. Then from Sunday to Thursday, short week, they lose 16-13 to St. Louis. There you go. And then Thursday to Saturday, guess what they do last week? They beat DC 30-13.
I think they might be getting boned by short weeks.
So now they go Saturday to Saturday.
My money's on the Louisville Kings again, because when they're rested, it appears that they're like the complete team.
That is true. I'm trying to see how many wins do they have at home.
0.
It is 0.
It is 0.
That sucks.
Have we become an official Louisville Kings pod?
I feel like monetarily we definitely have. I still kind of want the Renegades in just because I feel like firing on all cylinders. They have the potential to have one of the most fun offenses. It would be so fun for me if it was like Dallas, St. Louis, Orlando, and DC. That would be very, very fun. I think those are the best offenses. Birmingham is an interesting case right now with DTR.
DTR.
He's entertaining. He's getting better seemingly each week. Although he's got a lot of turnover issues, but I still like him. I honestly, with the level of parity in the league right now, I wouldn't be upset with almost any playoff scenario. Like any 4 teams in the playoffs, I'm not going to be mad.
I'm only happy if it's Louisville, just for money reasons.
I mean, for monetary reasons, 100%. But I don't know if we've had this level of parity in a league ever.
We haven't.
Like, even though Houston is at the bottom at 2-5, they have been so close in a lot of their games ever since, like, I think they have 2 blowout losses to Dallas and to DC, and everything else they've been either won or they've been right there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like divisionless football is living up to its billing a little bit, because we've always been like, hey, it would be nice 8 teams, let's not have a division, because you always end up with, when you have divisions, you always end up with one just shit team that shouldn't be in the playoffs.
At least one. Or it's that, or like by this point in the season, the playoffs are already 100% locked in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the last 2 or 3 weeks are meaningless.
It's making for an exciting stretch run here. And it's I feel like we're gonna get a better, like, on the average playoff.
I agree 100%, and I can't wait for it. I'm gonna sadly this week will be the last stream of the regular season. This weekend.
Aw, what do you got going?
I have to travel again for weeks 9 and 10. Well, no, just week 9. So I will be back for week 10.
Yeah, you will.
So week 8, stream. Week 9, no stream. Week 10 and playoffs stream.
Yeah, okay.
And then we also get the CFL starting up because football never ends.
It's true.
Literally, once the playoffs are happening in the UFL, week 1 of the CFL starts.
We've entered the era of perpetual, never-ending football.
It's actually so nice. The only thing I could hope for, because like I would have, if the UFL started when the XFL used to start, right after the Super Bowl, there would be no lapse because then you'd have arena football to hold you over until the CFL really gets underway.
Right.
So we have a gap from the end of the Super Bowl till like late March.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's not too big. That's not too bad.
No, but also I just want it to. I want to start after the Super Bowl.
It would be nice. I want it to start after the Super Bowl, and I want the season to be longer.
I'd be okay with that. I understand why not, because they want to get these guys into camp. They want to get them in camp shape and everything. I understand it. I'm not going to be like, obviously, I don't want the UFL to bill itself as a feeder league to the NFL, but like I'm smart enough to know what this is and what the players ultimately want, which is to be on an NFL roster.
Yeah. Yeah, no one's going to be like, nah, dog, I'm good.
But I do think, I mean, obviously it's not the only solution, but I think a big part of like crowds and not people not going to these games, it's probably hot as fuck in Houston. It's probably hot as fuck in Birmingham right now.
It's hot as fuck in Orlando.
Yeah, it's like for me, because right now everyone has to find something to nitpick. Usually it was the TV numbers, but the TV numbers are actually looking pretty good right now. Like the Fox Friday night game is just where it is. It's going to be around 680 to 750,000. That's just where it's at, blanket, no matter who's playing, which is nice. That's the level it's just going to be. And like ABC consistent, we've had 3 games already hit over 1 million.
Yeah.
So like the TV numbers have been pretty good. So people are going to find something else to complain about, which of course is the crowds, which have been down. Every team that's returning, obviously we don't know the numbers for Orlando, Louisville, or Columbus previously, but every team down. Like DC, way down. DC's been averaging maybe like 7,000 to 8,000 people at these games. St. Louis just posted their worst attendance of ever last week with like 18,000.
So essentially it is the TV, it's the investments in the TV deals that keep the league running at this point.
1,000%. That's what it is. It's the investments, it's the TV deals. I do think, because Rapoli wants fans at games because, like he said, and I agree with him, it makes for a better viewing experience when the stadiums are like at least look full.
Yeah, and they're rocking a little bit too,
You want the vibes there.
I get it with like Houston and Birmingham and Orlando though. Like think of like early season college football games you've been to where it's like 100 degrees and it is the most miserable shit that you could ever run into.
Start the season in February, you're not having that issue there. Maybe you have the issue in Columbus and DC where there's snow games or it's like cold. But those are also cool. Those are fun.
Yeah. Everyone likes a good snow game, dude.
And you still have like half the season or more than half the season where you're in good weather.
True.
That's true. That's my whole thought process. I mean, you'd be facing off against more of March Madness, but you're like, that mentality is so dumb to me because either way, like you're facing off against March Madness at the end when you start the season now, and then you got the Masters, and then you have the NBA and NHL playoffs and MLB starting. Like you're always going to be going up against something.
When you're in the spring. Yeah. I agree. I took time out of watching March Madness to watch UFL football.
You know I did.
I know you did.
The other thing I will say, I think a big factor for the people not going to games, especially in DC, St. Louis, and just in general, the three main factors I think for a lot of these markets. For some, it's weather. For a lot, it's price. There is no way that a spring football league, for any tickets whatsoever, should be charging $100 a ticket.
Could it also be?
There's no way that should be the case.
That should be the case, but could it also be murder rates and people are just scared to leave their homes in these cities?
I think Columbus is safe.
Is it?
Dallas?
Oh, man. I mean, as much Dallas rap as I've listened to recently.
Yeah, but it's like the games are up in Frisco.
I'm sure Frisco gets wild. I don't know. I'll have to consult my friend Big X the Plug.
Orlando?
Oh, yeah, they'd be banging in Orlando. Gang.
No, but
that's maybe not true.
Some St. Louis, DC, some of these tickets are like $100.
That's crazy.
There's no way that should be the case.
You should be able to take your entire family for like $40.
Yeah, for me, if you want to take like a family of 4, then it should be $100 for everybody for everything. Like $100. Yeah, like if you want to take a family of 4, $100 for parking, tickets, food.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That would
it's like
you get so many people.
Do you ever? I mean, it's kind of like how minor league baseball teams pack it in. It's because you can take the entire family to the ballpark, spend $100, and everyone is satisfied.
That's like if you want it just to look good for TV, eat the ticket prices and then make it back on like merchandise sales.
Yeah. By the way, I need to get a Louisville Kings hat because
I think
the sideline hats, the ones that are like the 6-panel, like this one, are sick.
I think those are the new era ones.
Yeah, those are pretty.
Those are sick.
Those are sick.
I need to cop a whole bunch of merch. I'm lacking. I think I haven't done. The only time I did like a big XFL merch haul was after 2020 when they were partnered with Dick's, and then after the league folded, they were doing 80 to 90% off everything.
Yeah.
So nice. I spent $200 and just got everything.
The only piece of XFL memorabilia I still have is our Vipers towels.
I still have that. I have the towel. I have something. I have the USFL 2022 championship shirt signed by Blob, by the way. Yeah. That's going to be worth something. And then I have last year when I went to the championship game, I got a Michigan Panthers shirt,
which is cool.
Yeah, they're sick.
They had good colors. They had good scheme. They had a good look. The Panthers did.
I'm excited for where the league is. The football's never been better. Also, another factor playing into like the crowd and whatnot. The newness has definitely worn off. Like the novelty of a spring football league, by and away, has worn the hell off. You're not going to get people excited for, guess what, it's football in spring. Nobody cares.
No one cares, yeah.
I have also just come to the reality, and it sucks, I hate it, but I've come to the conclusion, if it's not college football or the NFL, just most people don't care.
I'd say that's generally true.
Like, people clamor for football season all the time. When you say it's like, hey, this is actually pretty good football. You can bet on it. It's fun to watch. They do not care. If
Don't
it's
care
not
this
NFL,
life.
they do not care.
Don't care. So Jim, we're talking UFL, but I feel like we're in a situation where it's people always ask who's the plug, not how's the plug.
Hmm.
How's XFL Jim these days?
XFL Gym doing pretty good. I'm doing back-to-back road trips, so I was just in Joplin, Missouri for the last 2 weeks. I get to be home this week, and I go back on the road again for the next 2 weeks.
Do you go back to Joplin?
Yeah, it's always Joplin right now.
Guess what? You're gonna be there for the anniversary of the
I will
EF5
I
tornado
will be.
that rolled through. You know why? You know why I know that?
Was it Memorial Day weekend?
It was on my birthday.
Hey!
Hey.
If only it was a different part of Missouri and I was closer to Arkansas. Because I looked it up, and I like, because I got the...
It'd be like, it's like 4 hours.
I know.
think.
I get the okay to drive to Kansas City, which is like 2 hours. If it was like 2 to 2.5 hours away, I could make it. But 4 hours each way is tough.
Yeah, that is tough. That is very tough. Tough in a company vehicle.
But it's the closest we'll ever be to each other without actually when you fly here when we meet up.
It's me reaching out for you longingly.
And I get to work Memorial Day.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, but it's double pay.
That is my first day off since I started my new job.
I was gonna say, how's the new job been kicking? You're kind of like sort of starting to settle in, I imagine.
I mean, I'm settling in. I like the people. I like the people I
That's
work
such
with.
a big. That's so, dude. That's almost everything.
Yeah, that's a big deal. I like the people I work with. It's the work is still a little like right now I'm doing like inventory, and I'm not sure if you've ever done inventory, but it blows.
I have.
So I've been doing inventory for like 2 weeks, and yeah, it's I don't know. The work is okay. I'm still not like trained to do like the vast majority of what I'm supposed to be doing. So that kind of that's going to be real raw whenever the girl I work with leaves for 2 weeks to work at a fireworks stand.
That's sick.
Yeah, it is pretty sick. She takes unpaid time off from work because she makes bank for 2 weeks.
I would imagine
at the fireworks stand. Yeah.
That's
She was showing me pictures of like everything that they got and all. And I don't know about you, but I'm a big Black Cat fan. Everyone loves Black Cat.
We would take an old trash can and just throw artillery shells in it.
I have a story about artillery. Do we have time for?
You have all the time in the world, Chase.
I have the floor. Okay. My friends Lex and Neil. Neil, by the way, born in Omaha, Nebraska. They had one of those like mortars with the artillery shells, and they load up a artillery shell, and they light the fuse, and it goes off, and they just hear a thunk, and they had loaded it backwards into, yeah, and so you hear the thunk, and then you see them look at each other, and their eyes get big, and then they just start running from it. Like, it all happened in slow motion, in my opinion, and it explodes, and it looked like they were escaping the Death Star.
Sick.
It was amazing. It was like, I don't know if you've ever gotten to see your friends run and in your head, what is in your head, slow motion away from an explosion, but it's pretty bitchin'.
That's so sick.
Like, we're getting hit with like tiny pieces of shrapnel and stuff. It was amazing.
The only other thing going on in my life right now is I have, over the last weekend, I think I didn't have any meal that was not ultra processed.
Oh,
This is what I was eating for the most part. I was eating like a child.
Just pepperoni Lunchables.
Pepperoni pizza Lunchables, yeah.
Pizza bowls.
I was downing them like crazy.
Yeah, you were. Because you know why? Because you're a grown man who does what he has to do.
That's damn right. It's easier than cooking.
You know what I've been craving as of late, and we did these in Wyoming?
Is it the conveyor belt pancakes?
I am now, after you say that. No, man, just straight up honest ass bologna sandwiches.
Oh, those were so good.
Just bologna on white bread with a little bit of mayo.
A little bit of mustard for me. Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. That and the liquid deaths.
I
think
I might make some of them for when I travel.
I think longingly about our trip to Wyoming a lot.
It's crazy
I
that
feel like-
we're like almost we're 3 months away from coming up on it. No, that was like November, wasn't it?
It was like the last week of October.
Yes. Yeah, it was like the first weekend of November because it was after Halloween.
It was the week before that because the first weekend in November is the Breeders' Cup, and I was here for that.
I forget. It was sometime around there.
Yeah,
That was such a good trip.
that was so. I would do that trip again in a heartbeat.
I
That was
would.
so much time in a car, but I'm so cool with it,
I would do very many road trips again in a heartbeat with you.
dude. We never ran out of things to talk about.
Yeah, for like 3 straight days.
You even made a detour so I could hit the weed store in Colorado.
Oh yeah, I did. It wasn't that bad of one though.
No, it really wasn't. Like it was surprising how close to Cheyenne, Fort Collins is.
I will say this: if we did that exact trip again, I would definitely try and get a different hotel in Laramie.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
the
that
only
would be-
part that was like,
yeah. But like you said, like they're just like that. There wasn't anything else left on a game weekend. You know what were we
that's a
gonna
fact.
do?
That's a fact.
I do like when we pulled up to that place. I was like, oh, we're at the wrong spot. This is obviously an abandoned hotel.
It felt like it.
I
It
cracked
felt
up.
like it.
I cracked up the day that we were leaving when I was like, I'm gonna get some coffee from the lobby because I'm an idiot and figured that a place like that would have coffee. And I walk in and I see the coffee. I'm like, hey man, is this coffee fresh? And he's like,
What do you think this is?
he goes, yeah. It was not. Got to see that gas station that sold a shit ton of ammunition as
That
well.
was great. Yep, that was sick.
That's pretty cool. That's a little slice of Americana.
Saw the Abraham Lincoln statue.
That was also a slice of Americana. That statue was cool. That just
cool as
gigantic
hell.
Lincoln head. Little museum.
Love to road trip again.
Well,
Sometime.
what will our next road trip be, Jim?
A road trip through the South,
Okay.
or
We should.
I'm trying to think anything else close by. Do another. Oh, it would be the most boring road trip ever, but it would be fun as hell. Just for you and me to make it to an Eastern Michigan football game. Or like a direction, like if we see like Central Michigan versus Western Michigan, if we do a road trip like up there,
Yeah, do a directional Mish trip.
that would be fun.
That would be we could fly into somewhere like a state and a half away.
Fly into like
rent a car,
Chicago,
fly into Chicago. Oh, because when you do
Meet up-
that, you got to go
and we could meet up with Uncle Rico then.
meet up in Uncle Rico, and he's a Central Mish guy.
We'll have to. Okay, this might be something we actually have to plan for. Maybe not this year, but maybe next. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'll start saving for it.
Yeah,
for
this could be a legit thing.
we land in the Shy, rent a car, go. By the way, if we're landing in Chicago, if we're going to Michigan, I feel like it has to be a muscle car. I feel like it needs to be a Hellcat.
It
We
could
get a
be
Hellcat
so.
off
Like
Turo.
when I went to the UFL championship game in 2024, I got bumped. I rented a car and they just gave me a Challenger.
But didn't it fuck up?
No, that was the USFL championship in 22.
Oh yeah.
Where I ended up getting like a truck. But no, the UFL championship from Nebraska to St. Louis, in a Challenger was fun as hell.
I bet. Did you let it scream? I'm telling you, man, Hellcat.
I did. That would be sick. That
My
would be
car
sick.
sounded like a mountain lion. Give me that Hellcat.
Okay, let me just see. For instance, let's go to all the. I'm gonna do the distances for each Directional Miss School.
From where you are, from Chicago.
From Chicago. So we'll do Central Mich first. We'll do Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant, Michigan. So that would be a 4-hour drive.
Not long enough.
Not bad.
What about old Ypsilanti?
Yeah, let's see Ypsilanti. That
Isn't
one, a little under 4 hours.
That must be Western then.
No, that's Eastern Michigan. Michigan's just not that, like, it's not that wide of a state, east-west.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Chicago's, like, right there on the lake, so they're actually kind of close.
Yeah.
Then, where's Western Michigan?
Right outside Chicago, I bet. Like an hour.
Oh, Kalamazoo. I feel like I should have known that. Kalamazoo is fucking 2.5 hours.
Okay. Maybe we fly
Omaha?
into
Maybe Omaha. What if I do Omaha?
That's a long ass trip.
9 hours.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
9 hours. What about Ypsilanti for? Oh, that's a long ass trip right there. Omaha to Ypsilanti is 10.5 hours. So that's a stop. That's like we would stop in Chicago. So if you flew into Omaha, we drive to Chicago. Because that drive is Chicago, Illinois. Omaha to Chicago is 7 hours. A little over 7 hours.
Manageable.
So drive from Omaha to Chicago. And then from Chicago, go to like Ypsilanti, Kalamazoo, or
Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant, thank you. We could basically pick whichever one we wanted to.
And then I fly back out of Chicago, or do I ride all the way back to Omaha with you?
Fuck it, we could both fly back out of Chicago.
Oh, it's true. Yeah.
We could just both fly out of Chicago at that point.
Yeah, man.
I'll just do whichever's cheaper.
We just drop off the rental car in Chicago?
Yeah, I mean, if that's an option. I mean, we have like a full year and a half to research this.
This is true. Yeah, man. We'll get this all planned out.
And if Uncle Rico's a bro and lets us stay with him, that even would get rid of like a hotel room cost.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out. We got this.
We'll let him know he's on the hook for letting us.
Yeah,
crash
we'll let him
in
know
his
that we're
place.
already planning this and he's on the hook. He's already in.
Yeah. And we can start figuring out how we get a Hellcat from Turo.
Yes. Enterprise, if you want to sponsor us, we will.
We will road trip it in the Enterprise Hellcat.
Yes, the Enterprise Hellcat is hopefully on the table somewhere.
Yeah.
Chase, I feel good. I like having these talks.
Me too. It's better. Like I said, it's sexier than couples therapy.
You're damn right. You ready to dip out?
Let's dip. I gotta listen to that Trap Dickie song about a million more times before I go to bed.
More times. I'm gonna make dinner and listen to that banger. Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you. Even though this is more just for me and Chase, we still love you guys if you tune in. We'll see you guys next time for some more Jimnasium.